first order for the day, which is crumble cookie. Who orders crumble cookies at 9:30 in the morning? But we're gonna go grab them, pick them up, drive them out to where they need to go. Enjoy your cookies, whoever you are, you mad person. So as usual, the first delivery of the day can never go smoothly. So I picked up the delivery, that's not an issue. Brought it to the area, and first off, it's in this little spot where it's really hard to, it's hard to explain. It's hard to get to the buildings because, as you can see, they're like these renovated houses that have been turned into offices and stores and stuff. So there's very limited parking, and it's very hard to turn off of Lancaster, which is a fairly busy road, into these locations. Anyway, excuse me. Anyway, so we had to like do a, I had to like do a run around to get to the location. The building I actually needed to go to does not have an address displayed, and the instructions don't give me any business name to deliver to, just an address. So I get here and I'm like, the building I'm supposed to deliver to, or the building that has the address I'm supposed to deliver to, is completely empty. Like, it's being renovated. It's obviously not occupied. So I go to the building next door, which is also the same address. Weird, but okay. And I go inside and I talk to the owner. It's apparently a nail salon. And the woman comes up and she's talking to me. She's like, no, I own that building. There's nobody over there. And I said, well, this has to be for you guys. And it's a gift order. So of course, like, the person who's gifting it isn't responding. So I'm just like, this has to be for you guys, because it doesn't make sense any other way. So I left the cookies with them. I took a picture because it's a leave at door order. So I'm hoping maybe it was like a happy client that sent them a delivery as a thank you. If not, somebody ordered a party pack of cookies to go to an empty building. So whatever. First delivery of the day. Well, we have succeeded in the epic quest to deliver 6 monsters, 4 soft pretzels, and 2 giant candy bars to one person. So, there you go. There was a decent tip on the order. It was just like, I'll have to screenshot and share the directions to you guys. It was literally 2 paragraphs worth of how to get to this dude's apartment inside these apartments that I go out of my way to not deliver to. I just wasn't paying attention. So, that was my own fault. But so far it's been really nice. I did get my acceptance rate up to 55% at the end of last week. So today we're actually dashing at a decent rate. And again, my first 2 orders actually the first 3 orders, I missed one. I really did legitimately miss one. All 3 of the orders I've been offered today have all been Blue Diamond orders. So, being above 50% really does make a huge difference, because otherwise today would be super, super slow, because that's what every other Thursday has been like. So there's that. I'm going to go back to the area that I reset in, and we'll see if we can't pick up some more orders. Today looks like it might turn out good. But again, I had to get my acceptance rate over 50% before I even started getting decent orders. So, and we're here at Salad Works to pick up the salad. Fun times, fun times. Absolutely nothing exciting is happening. Yay! Well, as usual with the stack, one of them was amazing and the other one was crap. So, the first one that I delivered, they were both Blue Diamond, excuse me, they were both Blue Diamond orders, and the first one was, I think, only thrown out there at like $8, and then I dropped it off and it turned out to be like $15, so I don't know why DoorDash does that. It's so stupid. But anyway, the second order, I thought it said +6. But right now when I cleared the order out and delivered it and cleared it, it was only 4. So, person only tipped $2. So no wonder why your food was sitting there forever. If you wanted to know, it would have been like a $4 delivery for like 6 miles. So that's, most people won't take that. And I only took it because I was already taking another order. So there's that. But yeah, so far it's been a pretty good delivery. That made about $20 for one delivery, and I'm still in a zone where I can pick up some stuff, so that's good. It didn't take me outside of my zone, so good days, good days. I'm telling you, it's disappointing that DoorDash is punishing people who are under 50%. It's understandable why they're doing it as a company, because, you know, they've hyped themselves as this food delivery app, and they didn't train their customers early on that they need to tip in order to get their food, and the charges that they give people are they just have so many charges added on that by the time the customer gets to the tip screen, which is the last screen of the order, they don't want to tip because they feel like they've already paid enough money just to get their food delivered. So I understand it from a customer's point of view, but you know, I'm not doing this shit for free. And if you're like a million miles away from the place you want your food delivered from, you need to compensate me for that, or whoever ends up taking the order. But DoorDash could quit cutting our pay too. That would be amazing. So there's that as well. I need to quit saying that as much. Anyway, DoorDash needs to step up and actually start giving us base pay that's reasonable. So anyway, that's my opinion on that. If DoorDash would just pay us a reasonable base pay, then the tips wouldn't matter as much, because we'd still be making money off the deliveries, and it wouldn't, I mean, the tips would still be good. We would still want the tips, obviously, but if you're a no tipper or if you're a $2 tipper, it's not going to hurt me as the delivery driver as much to waste my time delivering your order as it does right now. But anyway, I'm gonna go, there's a location that's not too far away from here that's a little bit of a hot spot. I'm gonna go drive over to that area and hopefully pick up a pizza order. They're always really good orders over there, and they're good, but they're infrequent. But I'm a Blue Diamond Dasher, you guys. So there's that. But I'm a Blue Diamond Dasher, you guys. And yeah, the day has been going pretty well. Pretty happy with it. So I completed my shift for the day. It actually turned out really well, all things considered. I usually only get about 7 deliveries in a day done just because of the amount of time I drive. So the number of deliveries that I was offered, I don't think increased very much. I think if anything, I might have gotten like 3 or 4 more orders, more offers. But I didn't take them because they were crap. And currently we're in the Schuylkill Valley Park right outside of Valley Forge. There we go, words. But I did make more. So the orders that I did take were better. I got about, I think 5 of the 7 offers I received today, 4 or 5 of the orders were Blue Diamond orders. I tried to take all of the Blue Diamond orders, but I know at least one of them got away from me just because I wasn't paying attention. So I did get a lot of those. And a Blue Diamond order is a guarantee that it's $2 per mile. That doesn't necessarily mean it's like a good order. It just means if it's going a mile, you're getting $2, which literally happens. So there's that. Pigeons, big fat pigeons. So yeah, that's it. So I figured I'd finish my day off by going for a walk up a very steep hill, apparently. But I wanted to get over here so I could show you guys the river valley. Here we go. Whee. Isn't that beautiful? Whee. Looks like I could do that. Isn't that pretty? I'd show you the other way, but it's literally a bridge to the interstate, which is why you can hear all the cars. So, there's that.
as far as everything else in the day, didn't really have any more problems with deliveries. Didn't really do nothing exciting, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So there's that. Just trying to think of what else I could report to you guys. I made about 61 altogether. I had 2 shifts because I forgot to sign up in the right amount of time, but whatever. And yeah, we'll be back out here tomorrow in this area, actually, doing the same thing again. I don't know how to make these more entertaining for people, honestly, but you guys seem to like them, so... Ooh, cool, a house. Is it a house or a shelter? I'm trying not to shoot people in the film, but it's just kind of looking away, so that works out. Ah! There's that. And... yeah, just exciting times, I guess. Walking. Isn't that exciting? Yeah, so you can see the interstate. Isn't it beautiful? Oh, it's a shelter. No, it's an old train a train house. Very old train station. I'm gonna see if I can get you guys some footage of it. So I am apparently legitimately inside Valley Forge. I didn't realize that. So I'm not in, I am Perkiomen? Not from here. So the Perkiomen Valley River thing is where I parked. And then if we come down here, there's some lovely abandoned buildings. So that's always exciting. Old buildings are cool. Well, this one's also like, you can see a satellite out here. God damn it, I was hoping I would get away from the people on the bikes, but apparently not. Wow, these are old barracks, I think. See if I can... yeah, I think these are old barrack houses. Dude on a bike. I don't know if there's any placards around here. The other thing I was thinking maybe what they were housing for the rail workers. And I don't mean like the people that put the railroad down. I mean the people that like worked on the train itself. Like the porters and that kind of thing. And the only reason I'm thinking that, the only reason I'm having that thought, is because of the abandoned train station up here. And we're almost up there and I'll show you guys, but it would make sense to have housing for them relatively close to the train station because, you know, I don't know if you guys have ever ridden the train any kind of distance, but they will often switch on and off at various train stations, usually close to where they live. So it would be convenient for the railroad to keep them close. Now those buildings, I think, those buildings look older than the railroad and much older than the train station itself. So that doesn't necessarily mean anything, but they do have satellite dishes on them. And I don't know how long the railroad, I don't know how long this train station has been abandoned. Here we go. But this is the Valley Forge train station that has been abandoned for some time, I guess. It's got enough graffiti on it, but graffiti and vines, and I'm trying to get it like straight. I'm not doing a very good job of this, I'm sorry. We'll walk around it and I'll get some decent video of it real quick, but there's no placards or anything around here to explain any of this, which is unfortunate. I mean, yeah, I can get online and I can look it up, but it's better to have it there in real time so people can actually see it. But you gotta have somebody write the sign, and then you gotta get the sign mounted, and yada yada yada. And I can see how that kind of time and effort is not something the park is willing to put into something like a rail station and some possible residential housing for the rail workers. But let's go look at the building a little bit more before the rain gets here. That was apparently creeping up on me. Oh no, I didn't record any of that. Mother fudge ripple. right, anyway. This is the rail house. I don't know how much of that didn't get recorded, so this is the Valley Forge Park rail house. Rail station. It's in, like, the roof is in good condition. They've got that, I want to call it fleshing, or there to get the water to come down. The brick and the stonework's in really good condition. I don't know when they decommissioned this rail station, so, and yes, it's raining, because why not? I think it's gonna pass though. I'm gonna re-walk around this because there was some interesting graffiti that I wanted to record and didn't, because I thought I was recording, but I wasn't. Anyway. It's not like it's difficult. Yeah, this is the thing I wanted to look at here. Can I get over here without stepping on something that I don't want to step on? Oh, see, the thing's still drawing power too. Ew, back elder bugs. Alright, this is neat. Miss you, Dave. And this one over here is like driving into a tunnel? Yeah, isn't that fun? I don't know if that's poison ivy or not. I really don't want to find out the hard way, so shout out to the Kodak kid from 222. Well, shout out to the Kodak kid. So who's this over here from 2020? Mega Bones. Shout out to Mega Bones. Because you know they're all going to be watching my video. But anyway. So that's the rail station itself. Hope the sound on this is decent. This style's pretty... This is basically the style of the rail houses around the area and outside of Philadelphia. Again, we're in the suburb-ish area. I mean, we're in Valley Forge, so there you go. So I want to go back over to these houses over here. Again, I don't know how much got recorded. I'm speculating. I thought they were barrack houses because they kind of look like the ones... They look like the officers' barracks from... Where did I grow up? Yep. From the area I grew up in. There you go. There was an army base, a decommissioned army base, where I used to grow up, where I grew up. I didn't used to grow up there. Anyway. So I thought maybe they were officer barracks, but my next thought is because of the proximity to the rail station, I'm thinking maybe it was housing for the rail workers, like the... are they engineers? The people that run the train. The porters and... Yeah, they're engineers, aren't they? The guys that run the train? It's a train engineer, right? I'm not crazy, am I? I might be, but, you know. Anyway, I thought maybe they might be housing for them. And, of course, since the train station's been decommissioned, the rail itself is still there and the train still goes through. So that part's still functional. I was just wondering if, like, this is where they would house people. Because that one still has a satellite on it. I hope my rambling is not too bad for you guys. And oddly enough, there's no graffiti on these. What is that noise? Sounds like a duck. Is there a duck over here? I don't think you guys can hear it, but it sounds like a duck quacking really softly. My guess is it's a frog. I don't know where that goes. I don't know if I want to find out. So yeah, so these are the buildings. They've still got slate. They've got the slate tile for the awning and the roof itself. I wouldn't be terribly surprised if that wasn't fieldstone underneath the, what do you call it? Adobe's not the right word. Plaster. The plaster out here. There it is again. Maybe I'm crazy. So, yeah, if you know more about architecture, let me know. There's lots of cracks in it. They've definitely repaired it. The windows are clearly, if not original, then they're replaced. They mow out here. And I saw somebody biking through, so it's not like you can't be over here. Ooh, creepy basement window. Ew. Creepy. There's back porch. I think that's a bird feeder around the water. Yeah. There's a pipeline that runs through here. Interesting. Could just be the water vein. Yeah. I highly doubt they put a gas line through the fucking historical Valley Forge Park. I could be wrong. Maybe I was hearing a duck. Maybe there's a duck over here. What is in this vast hole besides weeds? What is in here? Well, this is mostly collapsed, so I'm going to step back a little because that is a sinkhole. And I don't know how much of that sinkhole is stable. We're gonna go around the other side. Good times. You know, it would be my luck that I would go my entire field career and never fall into a sinkhole. And then one day while I'm out walking in a park, that's the day the damn thing collapses under me. It's like my friend who blew her knee out walking across her living room after she had just gotten back from Afghanistan. It's like, of course that's when you injure yourself. What's that called? A culvert? Looks like it's some kind of like water spring thing. It's obviously been kept up to a point. Obviously it's not still in use. But interestingly enough, cement was available in the Victorian era, so, you know, it could be older than it looks, than you think it is. I know nothing about this area though. I'm really just speculating. There's no graffiti on these buildings. And there's outside electricity to them, so they were clearly in use for a while. So maybe that just got decommissioned. Maybe around COVID? Maybe? I don't know. 2020 was the latest number on there. So that sounds about. I mean, if we're just using graffiti to date the building. Obviously the building's older, but the graffiti's not. So there's that. So these are the other two, and they're in about the same shape. We're having a good time, aren't we? Yeah, they're exact same build. See the, what am I calling these? The things, the gutters. It's like the thing that the water goes through, that the leaves get trapped in and clog up. The gutters. The gutters are new. Again, the roof is still slate. This one looks like it's got moss on it. I'm backing up a little here. No, yeah, it's got some moss growing on it. I mean, even the chimneys are in decent shape. So somebody was, these were, oh, there we go, there's some graffiti. And the one on the farthest back, there's some graffiti. Here we go. Actually, some of the plaster's chipping off here. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, it's all fieldstone. If you can see, there's a, well, I'm pointing to it in my eyeball. Here we go. This is, there's fieldstone construction behind this. And then they'd put this plaster, adobe stuff on top of it. Because today, you know, in the modern era, the fieldstone look is in. You know, it's kind of chic and kind of looks upper class and sophisticated. But back when these houses were constructed, these buildings were constructed, it was considered, you didn't have enough money, basically, to whitewash your house, because that's a whitewash, or it's mimicking whitewash. So, ever wonder where that term came from? There you go. Who are you? Well, hello, Moscow. How are you? Can I put a date down there for me? Date. People are falling down on the job here. I don't know where this road goes. I don't really know if I'm in the... Oh, I know exactly where the road goes. Never mind. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Just as far as graffiti on these buildings, it's just the Moscow guy. And there's no date, so... And the slate's in really good shape, and so are the gutters. Now, they could have installed those merely to preserve the building, to keep the building in decent shape. So there's that to consider. And this is actual Valley Forge out here. The rail itself would be over there, so this road probably goes down to the railroad tracks that I know are down there because I've been on them. So I might take you guys out there some other time. Not today, though. Not today. Oh, and that's a wetland. Is it purposefully being restored, or is it just being restored out of neglect? Who knows? Who knows? But anyway, there you go. And that's fencing to keep the people out. Probably because people kept getting stuck in the wetland. All right, well, beautiful modern apartments in the backdrop there. Back along this. All right, that's all the canoes there is to canoe, I guess. So, hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope I'm not too boring. Let me excuse me. Let me know what you guys think about the buildings. Go ahead and speculate. Anything's good. I can look it up. I don't know if I will. Depends on like how badly y'all want to know. But I still think they're really cool buildings. I like this style of construction. And I mean, I know it's a colonial style, give or take. I don't know the exact name of it. I think it's literally just called colonial. So there's that. The porches are interesting to me because I don't think the porches are original to the building. I'm pretty sure these buildings would not have had porches. So they've probably constructed those at some point. Now, I'm not saying the porches aren't old. I'm just saying I don't think they're part of the original structure. So, again, feel free to speculate away. Porches have a very interesting origin story in the US, as I understand it. As was taught to me when I was in school eons ago. But, so there's that. They did have some really cute outdoor lighting fixtures. But yeah, see, there's a plug to the outdoor there. So there you go. Got to see a decommissioned rail house. Where is it? Rail house. I am determined to call it that. A decommissioned railroad station. And what is possibly housing for the rail workers who would have been hopping on and off the trains. So, when exactly everything got decommissioned, I don't know. So there's that, unfortunately. But, oh, I show you my favorite building out here, though. I don't know anything about this building, other than I really like it. You can kind of see it as we come up to it. Squirrel! Yeah, there's like a whole power converter box out there. People were living here up until recently, so I do wonder if they weren't moved along during the pandemic, or very closely there too. Oh, look at the back of that house. Look how that extends. It's crazy. I can't get very close to this house because there's construction in the area, and last time I tried to do that, they yelled at me. And I was like, I have a hard hat, you guys. And the guy just looked at me like I was crazy. Fair. But that informed me that I was not allowed to be near the building. But anyway. There's my favoriteest building. And you can see, ooh, you can't see squat. I'll point out later. You can see how it's kind of like been built out. Kind of like those nesting dolls. You got the original building, which is the tallest, and then each addition is like slightly shorter than the next. So that's kind of fun. The original building would have been well, even rectangle kind of a thing. I'm willing to wager that that bit on top kind of looks like a light tower. That's, well, it's not a light tower, but that's what it looks like. But that was probably added on at some point as well. It's not part of the original structure. But let's talk about the wraparound porch. There we go. So the wraparound porch, and on that building, usually is a sign that the building was like a public house of some variety, like a tavern or an inn, or someplace where people would come to, kind of like today. So they would have that porch there, and it wouldn't be sectioned off, it would be open like that. Sorry, dude. So it would be open like that, so that people could go outside and socialize and quick. Anyway, so that people could go outside and socialize and be outside, not necessarily inside, especially on days when it was like stifling and that kind of thing. So, fun facts, as I understand them, as I was taught eons ago as a wee archaeologist. Oh, my eyes are watering. Anyway, fun times. I'll let you guys go.